What's good, Doozy Nation? Happy Friday to you. To all my nieces and nephews, hope you're feeling good. Um, yes, I did decide to go back black for a second. It was too much. It's a little too much, a little too bright for my taste. I like the difference, but yeah. So I'm back black for a second, but I'll regroup. It'll be different probably within the next week or so. So don't worry. But anyway, so I was browsing the YouTube and saw a video from She Who Must Not Be Simply Named, and the title was Beyonce. So I like Beyonce quite a bit. I'm not stan level, but I do like Beyonce. So I clicked the video to see what it said, and I really wish I didn't. Um, she was discussing Beyonce's new "Break My Soul" song. And first of all, I'm a fan. I love it. Doing this right here. So anyway, so she decides to trash it basically. So we start by saying that Beyonce is out of touch. Out of touch with what? She is a black woman in these here United States with reasonable intellect. What is she out of touch with? Saying if she tomorrow she in the lyrics she just quit her job, and saying if she quit her job the song wouldn't exist. So right there I just knew that you were just what they call it, knitting and picking the lyrics and digging a much deeper hole than needed. You can stay on the surface. We don't need to go deep all the time. Saying her last album was out of sync. So I guess we're saying Lemonade because that was like the last official album. And I don't know if she heard the same Lemonade that everybody else heard, but definitely wasn't an out of touch album. It was definitely progressive in its topics. It covered a gambit. And matter of fact, it actually told a story from hurt and betrayal, going through all of the different emotions, finally coming out on the other side with forgiveness and reconciliation. And I think there might be one or two people that have gone, through a relationship, and they might have had some feelings, interwoven with that relationship. Might have been a little happy, a little sad, a little hurt. So I don't know how we could really label that as out of touch, but whatever. A point was also made that instead of this song, that B should have made a 2022 version. Get this, a 2022 version of "We Are the World." Yes, the 80s "We Are the World" with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross and Lionel Richie was very this, and they're singing about the plight, and it was for the USA for Africa charity. But aside all that, it was not an upbeat dance song. That was a slow, solemn, rise to the occasion type of song. So I don't know. Maybe it was a dance remix version that was released as a B side that I wasn't aware of. You know. But yeah, in the video she says that she should have made a 2022 version of "We Are the World" so she could capture the dance vibe of the 80s that's popular now. I don't know about you, but I don't want to twerk and dance to a song about starving babies in Africa. just doesn't really get my mojo running like it should be when I'm on the dance floor. I don't know about you, but as for me in my house, what else? If we did the 22 version of We Are the World, we could also use the visuals to capture current social issues, primarily the pandemic and COVID. Again, I don't want to bop my shoulders and nod my head to people dying. Call me crazy. Call me out of touch. What else was made? Oh yeah, she should actually be making songs about being a mom since she has 3 kids. Sweetie, why? I mean, if you don't like the song, just say you don't like the song. If you can't vibe with it, it's fine. Everybody doesn't like everything. It's all right, but why? Uh, why tunnel 10 feet underground trying to be deep, or why throw your shoulder sockets out of joint reaching? It's too much. Too much. What else? Oh, we also talked about Chloe from Chloe and Halle and Chloe, however they style themselves. Chloe recently released a single, whatever the case is. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of Chloe, so I don't know. But I guess she released a single. So apparently, Beyonce was like, "Oh, ooh, another R&B chick releasing a song. Can't do that. It's all about me. Let me hurry up and throw my song out there." Number one, Chloe, I'm not sure if she knew, Chloe and Halle are Beyonce's artists. Number 1, 2, and 3. So therefore, it would be pertinent and it would be in everybody's best interest, including me, if Chloe put a song out there and it caught on. Why? Because likes, airstreams, app streams turn into money, turns into profit, and who benefits from that outside of Chloe? Beyonce. So why would you work against something that's bringing you money? I don't know. She benefits from Chloe's success, so success for her is success for everybody. There was also a point made where Beyonce feels the need to compete with other artists, and she, doesn't want other female artists to be in the market, so she gets rid of them because she deems them as competition. Now, again, I am not a stan. I'm not a fanatic of Beyonce, but y'all know I love music, and I take music seriously. And there's an artist I like, so it just works in tandem. Beyonce just happens to be one of the artists I really like. I've liked her since Destiny's Child. But I say all that to say, Beyonce is her own artist in her own category at this point. Destiny's Child came out in 96, 97. She went solo in 03. So we coming up on 20 years she's been solo. She's won all her awards. She's gotten the accolades. She's made the money. She's done the sales. She's done the tours. At this point, there is no competition for Beyonce because she is in her own category. She's not in the category with a her or a SZA or a Normani or something like that. They're trying to get to where she's at. They're trying to get to peaks and pinnacles that she's already accomplished years ago. And at this point, it's not about sales or revenue for Beyonce. It's about personal growth, experimentation, doing something that she loves, creative outlet, and her fans. She hasn't been worried about sales since 4, when she broke off from Matthew and decided to take her career in her own hands and, stop being a pop puppet, trying to get number ones and please the masses. She stopped with that years ago, like I said, with the 4 album. And that's continued with 4, with Self-Titled. Self-Titled was his own experimental album. Then we did Lemonade. So, yeah, there's no competition. And she's not worried. Just like Will Smith, when he just gets bored or whatever and decides to drop a CD, he's not making a CD trying to get to number 1 or trying to have the biggest, hottest CD. He's making a CD because he's a musician and he's feeling different emotions and he wants to get it out. And the best way to get it out is to use the outlet that's available to you, and that's the musical medium. So I say all that to say, it sounds special. Again, we're digging a really deep hole and reaching for that top branch and just stay right here, right level. What else was the point? You can see I feel a certain type of way. Oh, apparently the market is oversaturated. Beyonce is oversaturated the market. Let's see. Lemonade, which was her last studio album, was in 2016. So that's 6 years ago. Okay. She did the duet album with her husband. That was 2018. So 2 years in between. That following year, 2019, she did the Homecoming CD, which was just a soundtrack to the Coachella performance. And then she did the Lion King soundtrack. That was 2019. We've heard nothing musical other than the song from the King Richard soundtrack. We've heard nothing musical from her in 3 years. And now we have a single. So oversaturation where... Oh, and the last thing, she's not relatable. Because she's a billionaire, and the question was, when's the last time she's been grocery shopping? When's the last time she drove a car? Well, we don't know that because unlike a lot of people, Beyonce minds her business and keeps her business off of social media. When she posts on social media, it's because she wants to, and most of the time it's something business related. So yeah, unlike Andrew Caldwell, we don't see her going to the bathroom and she's not on live stuffing her face and all that good stuff. So you don't know what she does outside of when she decides to post on social media. But beyond that, again, black woman, a wife, mother, a business. How can she not relate to what we as normal people go through? Emotional struggles, relationship woes. I think that's relatable, and she's expressed all that through her music. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And another point was that, we're making this song about quitting your job and being happy. That's not relatable because she's a billionaire, so she ain't got to worry about feeding her children or paying her bills. If someone literally listened to that song and took it literally and was like, oh, I'm going to quit my job because Beyonce said so, they don't deserve to have a cell phone, a laptop, internet access, breathing access to the outside. Their issue is way beyond who they're listening to. If you listen to a song and you take it verbatim and you look at that song as a to-do list, that's a whole nother situation. somebody, one of my friends on Facebook, who is a music god, broke it down. That number one, it's a house track. It has the house vibe to it, and house music has always had a very strong connection with spiritual. The way the music moves and beats, the BPMs and all that good stuff, it incites a very cathartic praise type of atmospheres. It's very, what's the word, transcendental. I messed up that word, forgive me, I did graduate from high school. Transcendental is a very spiritual connection with this music, with how it makes you feel. And a lot of songs in that vibe, in that vein, it's supposed to do that. So when we have Big Frida talking about, release your job, release your soul, release your mind, it's not to be taken verbatim like release your job, give it up, quit. It's release the stress, release the anxiety that's associated with these particular things. Working 40 to 50, 60 hours a week, holding on to all that stress and bull, release it. And how do people release? On the dance floor. You get out there, and anybody who's a house head or has been to any music festivals, House in the Park in Atlanta, you get out there and you sweat and you moving and you releasing all the tension, all the stress, all the negative vibes that's weighing down your shoulders. You get out there and you shake it all off. And for that moment, those 7 to 10 minutes that track is playing, there's no other cares in the world. There's no kids, there's no bills, there's no job, there's no stressed out relationship, there's no overbearing parents. It is just you and that beat, and you going and you doing. So that's what the vibe of the song is about. Release the worry, release the tension, release the stress. Everything is not literal, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes there's not a deep conspiracy or theory behind a song. It's just a song. It's a song to help you feel good and to make life seem a little better, if not for just a few moments. So I just had to get that out. Y'all forgive me for the rant, but I just had to get that out. Just live life sometime. Just enjoy the energy and the vibe that something was created in. Don't always look for the hidden meaning, and don't always take things so literal. That's how you have a miserable life and you die early, because everything is a conspiracy theory and everybody's out to get somebody else. And next thing you know, you're 45 years old with heart attacks and high blood pressure and anxiety. Just relax. It is enough in the world to stress you and to keep you on your toes. Sometimes just take the relief that is offered. Get out on that metaphorical dance floor and just release. Release it, people. Okay? Alright. I'm done. I love you guys. As always, love, peace, and doozies. And we will talk later.